What's good with y'all boys? Man, listen. Today I'm finna break down 5 things a woman notices about a guy, whether it's a chick you trying to step down on, it's a chick you peeping, you been peeping her for a while, and you're trying to figure out like how you gonna make the move, how you gonna, drop the game on her and all that. These gonna be the 5 things she gonna notice right out the gate, alright? So you better peep these, you feel me? Because a lot of dudes walking around here, they just oblivious to what's going on. They ain't got no idea, how to run a game on a chick. And it goes deeper than that. It ain't just about get the gab. It's more about how you dressed up, body language and all that, alright? So peep game. So the first thing right out the gate is gonna be your body language, alright? And when we talk about body language, you gotta be walking around with a good posture. I see mad dudes walking around with your shoulders drooping, you're looking down on the ground. I don't know if you are groundhog or something, because I don't understand why a lot of dudes, you're looking at your cell phone. It's cool. You can look at your cell phone, if you're trying to read a message and all that. But if you're out here moving, especially as a man, you gotta be aware of your surroundings, bro. You cannot just be like a broad, you on your phone, 24/7. You don't know what's going on around you. Maybe a dime piece passing by, a dime piece peeping you, and you're walking around looking at your phone. You're looking at the ground. You ain't making eye contact, bruh. It makes you look weak, makes you look like, timid. You gotta stick your chest out, keep your head up. I ain't saying you gotta walk around here looking like Johnny Bravo, type ish. You ain't gotta keep it that cringe. You just gotta walk around like somebody who knows what they're doing. You gotta walk with a purpose, man. Because she gonna be peeping you. Best believe these dime pieces out here, they gonna be peeping you, man. Y'all seen how dime pieces walk around? Y'all seen how how the models be walking on the runway and all that, whatever they call it. You ain't gotta make it that, that obvious, but you just gotta keep your head up. Y'all seen how dime pieces walk around, they always walking around with a purpose. Even though they ain't confident, you gotta fake it till you make it, bro. You gotta fake it till you make it, man. Because that's what that's gonna do, it's gonna send signal to your brain. Like, it's gonna send, confident signals to your brain. So you're gonna start feeling confident about yourself. But if you're walking around with your head down, looking at your cell phone, you're crossing the road for y'all that, y'all ain't got whips and all that. It's cool, but you gotta pay attention, man. Some of y'all be riding around in whips. You still on the cell phone, man. You feel me? You in a restaurant, you ain't making eye contact, you ain't looking around. Bruh, you gotta be, when you're in a spot, man, you gotta look like somebody, you gotta move like a king, man. Straight up. You gotta move like, nothing phases you. You feel me? Because best believe, I told y'all, they be peeping. They be peeping how confident you look, man. You feel me? So that when you step up, she like, alright, she done peeped you. She like, alright, you looking confident. Because when she peeps you and you looking confident, you got your head up, you got your chest out, shoulders back. Again, I ain't saying you gotta walk around like Johnny Bravo, but you gotta just look confident, alright? That's the first thing. The second thing, man, grooming, bruh. A lot of y'all be walking around here, smelling like Billy the Goat. You smelling like one of them hyenas over there in Africa. You stink, bruh. Because you ain't taking care of yourself, man. You ain't got nice cologne. Okay, let's say you done stepped up. Now, it's time for you to lay the game down. You feel me? You're already looking confident. So you're a gift to gab, man, when you open your damn mouth. What that smell like. Pause. You feel me? You got dragon breath. You stepping up to a chick, as soon as you open your mouth, it's like you ain't brush your teeth in damn near 2 weeks. Bruh, you stink, bruh. Y'all, and now some of y'all be like, oh, taking care of your hygiene, feminine trait and all that, bruh, it ain't about that, man. You just gotta take care of your damn self, man. What you think? Cause I'll be out with some dudes, man, and they breath stank, bruh. Your breath stank, bruh. You feel me? So how you expect to pull this down piece, this broad right here, and you stank, you know, you ain't got no nice cologne, you smell like you ain't taking a damn shower in 2 weeks, bruh, she gon' peep that, and she gon' swerve you, bro. She gon' swerve you better than Kobe, man. Trust. She ain't finna mess with you, bro, because she done spent what, 2 hours fixing herself up, maybe all on a date, you know, you done got a chance to take her on a date and all that. And now you pull up to the date, you know, you ain't groomed yourself. You got some slacks on, you know. Some of y'all be pulling up to dates with the wife beater on, man. No cap, bro. I'm telling you. You guys, you know, you pulling up in some baggy jeans, you know, some oversized t-shirt, bruh. Even if it's gonna be oversized, bruh, you gotta make it look clean, man. You definitely ain't gotta be pulling up to a date with no baggy stuff on, man. This ain't 2005. We're in 2025 and you still wearing baggy stuff, man. You gotta look fitted. You gotta look the part, you know, like you take care of yourself. And she gonna be looking you up and down. She go eye you up and down. All right, I see what you're working with. You know, you're looking like a mature man. You know, like one of these Sims out here, better boys out here. You feel me? Groom yourself. You got a nice fade on, you know. You done brushed your teeth, you know, you got a nice, some of y'all gotta invest in some nice face wash, man. Wash that grime off. You done spent the whole day at the gym, you know, all that grime on your face, all the dirt, you know, you out here trying to get your bread up. Best believe you gotta wash that stuff off, man. Invest in some face wash, get you some nice cologne, you know, Armani, some designer top stuff. So when you pull up to the broad, she gonna be like, he's smelling good. He look like he take care of himself, all right? And the third thing, bruh, your voice tone. Slow down your pace, you know, deepen your voice. Even if you ain't got a deep voice, I don't mean you gotta be sounding like Barry White and all that. Nah. You just gotta slow down the pace, you know, keep it low, keep a low tone, you know, you trying to seduce this woman. So that's how you gonna do it, man. You can't be like, you know, having this friendly tone. You talking quick, you talking fast. And the third thing, bro, it's gonna be your voice tone. You feel me? Your voice tone. That goes a long way, man. You cannot be out here, you sounding like, you know, Bugs Bunny and some ish like that. Nah. And I ain't saying you gotta sound like Barry White, but you gotta keep your voice low, you know, slow down your words. You ain't gotta talk like 1,000 words per minute. You know, you trying to out-talk the broad. You sound like the damn radio man. Come on. A lot of y'all just be talking, man. You ain't saying nothing. If you ain't got nothing to say, like the age-old saying, if you ain't got nothing to say, don't say nothing, man. It don't matter who you with. If you with the broads, y'all gotta think about broads like, you know, they the cops or something. The more you say, the more you run the risk of, okay, now you done got yourself in a fix. You done said something. You done lied about something, and now later on down the line, she remembers it, and now you gotta explain it. And you done stepped up, and now you're running your game. Just keep your voice low. If y'all in a club try to get her to a spot that's, you know, a little bit more quiet, maybe, you know, outside for a minute, so you can speak your game. Do not be trying to speak game to a chick in the club, bro. Cause now you gotta be shouting in her ear, man. And now she like, oh man, what's wrong with this dude, bro? Why you shouting, bro? You cannot run your game like that, man. I'm telling you. Slow down your words. Because all these things, man, broads be peeping these things, bro. Y'all don't think it's that serious, but they be peeping that. Because when you're talking fast, you know, you're trying to talk your way into some cat. she like you ain't confident because let your body do the talking. Let your body language do the talking. Say less, bruh. Say less. You gotta say less with chicks, man. It don't mean like the more you talk, okay, now, the more you talk, the more you getting your chances up of getting that cat. Nah. The less you talk, the better, alright? Slow down your voice, lower your tone, say what you mean what you say, and keep it a buck. Alright? You ain't gotta be, trying to swerve your way, trying to big up yourself, talking about, oh, I got this, I got that. Nah, man, you just gotta keep it simple, alright? Simple as that. And the other thing, bruh, eye contact, bruh. Very important. Eye contact is very important, man, because it signals confidence, it signals, dominance. Yeah, done peep them lions, them tigers in the wild and all that. How they be looking? They be looking, they pray in the eye. They be looking at, they looking confident. That's how you gotta look, bruh. She will pray in a good way. When you're talking to her, you're keeping eye contact, you're keeping that, sexual energy going, good vibes, I ain't saying you gotta be having a staring contest like you Terminator, Jason Voorhees type. Nah. Just look at her, look away for a minute, and look back at her. You feel me? Hold that gaze for a second and look away. You ain't gotta be having a staring contest like it's one of them, Western movies or something, man. You're gonna come off as creepy. You're gonna come off like one of them serial killers and type. Nah, you don't want to look like that, bruh. Alright, fellas. Remember, keep eye contact. Steady, confident eye contact. Look away for a minute. Look back at her. Okay, so baby, what you're saying? You feel me? Keep the conversation going. Groom yourself. Walk like a confident man, and you're gonna be good, alright?